Hey guys, welcome to Skywalker Dating and Relationship Advice channel. This is a brand new channel, and I'm hoping that this will be able to provide value to all of you watching. One of the reasons I'm doing this is to show that it's possible to start a new YouTube channel from scratch, no subscribers, no watch time, and build it up. And I'm going to do my best to provide as much value as possible, giving you answering questions, whatever it takes, because I feel a person is as valuable as he or she can help others. And dating, relationships are something that people have difficulties with, and it is a minefield of problems, as some of you know. I made some notes here. Um, the three areas that people are in, they're either in a relationship, coming out of one, or they don't have one at all. So someone is in one of those three categories. And, your decision to choose the person is more important than choosing a house, your job, a car. It's probably the most important decision that you're going to make in your life. And the reason I say that is because the person that you select is going to have close proximity to you. And whatever they have going on with them is now going to be going on with you. So if they're very negative, that negativity is going to go on and it's going to affect you. Whatever they have going on in their life is now going on in your life. So you have to be very, very careful with who you bring in to your life. And I am a stickler when it comes to that particular thing. And we're going to go into that more as we get into the channel. But I want to read something to you. Choose your life mate carefully. This one decision will cause 90% of all of your happiness or misery. Now I'm going to read that again because it's really important. Choose your life mate carefully. This one decision will cause 90% of all of your happiness or misery. And most people choose people based on looks, what they look like, not their personality, not their integrity level, not their ambitions. It's looks. And looks play a part, but it's a minor role because I would rather have a woman who was less attractive, who I could trust. She has integrity. She's inspiring to improve herself. I'd rather have a person like that than to have a beautiful woman that I couldn't communicate with because I would be miserable. And so, but most people, looks is number one, and they base the decision to be with someone based on what the person looks like. And that will end up in a catastrophe because that's only going to be able to go for so long, and then the relationship's going to fall apart because you cannot base a relationship on looks alone. It's not going to hold up. It's just not. And some of you know that. You've chosen people based on looks. And how far did it get you? You didn't get anywhere because you trusted them, and somehow they betrayed you, or they did something that you didn't think they were going to do. And you thought, oh, they're so beautiful. And the next thing you know, you're miserable now. You maybe you got a heart broken or whatever. And you have to use other means to be able to choose people. And we're going to go into that. This channel is about that. That choosing the right person, because that, I'm telling you, it's going to, you're going to end up in a world of hurt, basing everything on what someone looks like. And we've been indoctrinated with looks starting from school, elementary school, kindergarten, when teachers read books to us about the handsome prince and the beautiful princess. And we were looking at that as like, we want to have a beautiful princess as a girlfriend, and a woman wants to have a handsome prince. But reading a storybook and real life are two different things. And women, because in the storybook the prince was tall and he was thin, he wasn't overweight, he had a full head of hair. And that kind of indoctrination plays a role in how people select others. Having a beautiful princess, she's slender and she's beautiful, and life doesn't work that way, in the way that it is in these storybooks. And people base their decisions a lot on how they grew up. We were indoctrinated with movies, magazines, television, telling people that, in order to be something, you've got to look a certain way, or you have to have this in order to be accepted. And we're going to go more into that into this channel. But you cannot judge someone strictly on looks, or take someone strictly on looks. You're going to pay a heavy price for doing that. So the 4 things that you need before starting a relationship, the first thing is mindset. You've got to have the right mindset, and that is critical. A negative mindset creates a negative attitude. And the more negative someone is, and I'm telling you, I've seen enough beautiful women who have very negative attitudes. They have a negative mindset. You say, hey, you can do this, you can go do that, and you go, oh, I don't know. And they give you all the reasons why it can't be done. And you say, yeah, but you can. My motto is, you can if you think you can. And the key word in that sentence is if. You can if you think you can. And I personally don't want to be with a woman who cannot be positive, who is unable to move forward because of the mental barriers that she's got in her mind. I don't want to, personally, I don't want to deal with that. So I look for women that are very optimistic, very positive, who have a very positive mindset. When women are very negative, I don't put up with it. And you shouldn't put up with anybody, because it's going to bring turmoil into your life. There is plenty of people. There is no scarcity of people. And that's another thing. People they think, oh, I just need to take somebody because this person was interested in me. No, you don't. There is no scarcity on this planet of people. None. And you shouldn't be afraid of letting somebody go. Let them go. Just in a heartbeat, just drop them. Because if they're bringing negativism into the relationship, it's not going to flourish and prosper. So you've got to do the right thing. You've got to do the right thing. And that means they've got to have a positive mindset. So that's number one. The second thing you need is a strategy. And definition of strategy is a plan of action designed to achieve a major or overall aim. So the second thing you need is a strategy, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to meet somebody? Or if you're already in a relationship, what kind of a strategy do you have to make that relationship even better than what it is? It's like, how do I find someone and then make that relationship last? Most people can't hold it together. It's they can meet somebody, get the relationship started, but then they can't hold it together because they sabotage you. They do something, or the other person does something, and then it's gone. So we have people that their timeline for relationship is brief. He's here, and then that relationship's over, then he's over there, then he's over there. That's that's crazy. So we've gotta stabilize ourselves so we make right choices and we choose people that have stability and integrity, honesty, and there's a foundation now in place that we can build on. You cannot build a relationship on quicksand because there's no foundation. It's just going straight to the bottom. It's not going anywhere. So we've got to build a foundation on solid ground and then take it from there. And we're going to be talking about this in more in the detail. But strategy, you got to have a strategy. And then the third thing you need is you got to connect with the right people. Connect with the right people. And it's like door-to-door selling. You go to the door, you knock on the door, and they go, get out of here, I don't want it. You go to the next door. Don't take it personal. It's like, hey, I'm just going door to door. And sooner or later, you may have to go to 10 doors, 20 doors, maybe 100, 400 doors. But you gotta continue, because if you stop, you're not gonna, nothing happens if you stop. So the thing is, it's like meeting somebody, it's like door to door. It's like door to door selling. You're going to meet somebody, they're not going to be right. You got to go to the next door. You got to go to the next door. Until we find somebody, you're going to find somebody that says, oh, yeah, I'm interested in that product. I'm interested in you. And you may have to go through, who knows how many doors you got to knock on until the door opens that's right for you. But don't give up. Never give up. Ever. Don't ever give up. Keep going. Stay motivated, because sooner or later that person will be there for you. The right person. And no shortcuts. Don't take somebody because, I got tired and she said, oh yeah, come on in, I need a boyfriend. And you said, okay, but she's not really what I want, but I'm tired, of looking for somebody. You cannot have that kind of attitude. You can't take somebody just to take them because you want to have a girlfriend or boyfriend. Don't do that, because you're going to regret that, because it violates your own integrity. You gotta keep your integrity in at all times. And if somebody isn't right, you gotta keep going. because sooner or later, you will find the person that you're looking for. But you're not going to do it by taking shortcuts. Um, so you got to connect with the right people, and you've got to just keep going. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna talk more about that as we get into the channel. And then the fourth thing, and the most important, one of the most important of all of these, is you got to take massive action. Massive action. That means getting out there, connecting, meeting, talking to people, talking, if I'm a guy, I'm going to the supermarket, I'm meeting women at Whole Foods, I'm meeting them at Sprouts, because that's another thing is what you're interested in has a lot to do with the kind of people that you want to meet. I'm not going to go to a bar because that's not what I'm about. I'm into fitness, nutrition, health, muscle building. So I want a woman that's doing those things. I'm not interested in a woman that's drinking, doing drugs, uh, alcohol, or whatever she's doing, marijuana. I don't want any women doing that. I want a woman that's really into nutrition, fitness, health, wellness. So those are the kind of places I'm going to be going, because I'm not going to meet a woman in a bar just doing what I want. You see? So you got to take massive action, and that means going to places, doing things that you really like. Like, I'm also into art. So I like drawing, writing, filmmaking, women that are doing those things. So those are the kind of events and places I'm going to be, because those places will have women there that have my same interests. And if you're really into sailing, you're into scuba diving, then you should be joining a scuba diving club, or joining a sailing club, or going to the symphony, because that's where you're going to meet people that have the same interest as you. Don't go somewhere where the women are degraded, and the men are degraded, and you're trying to meet somebody in a bar or in a club. Forget it. Forget it. Find where interests you and go to those things. If you're really into painting, there's plenty of places you can go where artists are together. You're really into playing music. Whatever it is that you have an interest, that's where you need to go. But you've got to take massive action. Massive action. And you've got to just go out and start meeting people. You can't rely on dating apps, because what are you going to know from a picture and a paragraph? So you and not to say that dating apps couldn't work. Very possible that they can work. But don't rely on apps. You have got to go out there. You got to go out, put yourself out there, and make it happen. It's one causes things by action, not by thinking dim thoughts. You cannot be sitting in a house and thinking, I want to meet somebody, and not do anything. You've got to take action. You got to take action, or nothing is going to happen. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Next video, we're going to go into 2 things you need to know before you get involved with anybody. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below, subscribe to the channel, please, and hit the like button. So that's all I got for you. I'll see you on the next video. And before you go, this is words of wisdom. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. All right, guys, I've enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next video.